Hi everybody. Okay, fair warning. On this video, I'm gonna dump a lot of information on you, but I'm gonna try to explain it. Okay. So this video might be a little bit long, but I don't intend for it to be too long. All right. So let's get to the main storylines here. Um, Brooke and Ridge finally came home from Monaco, and of course their bedroom line is a hit. And okay. So then they say, which is always weird to me. Okay, so what's going on in the rest of LA? Have they found have they found the reason for the murders at Giardino's? No. So then somebody calls the police, I guess, and asks, have you come up with anything new? And they say, and apparently they're on the phone, and then you don't see anybody on the other side. So you just have to imagine that they're talking to somebody, and they relay to the group that no, there's no new leads, but they're open to all possibilities. Okay. Um, and well, I think that it's either going to be Poppy or Lee. The reason I say that is because I told you before, when this happened, I said I came up with a list of suspects in my head and a list of motives. And nobody else, only a couple of people had motive in my mind. Um, Possibly Sheila for Tom at first, because at first they did not like each other. Okay. But then that got squashed, so I said, forget that. And plus, they've done the Sheila is a criminal thing a lot, so it's kind of old news. Okay, so then I said, well, Poppy and Tom um, obviously had some sort of in the past or something. And okay, so I'm sticking with that, and or I'm sticking with Lee. The reason why I say Lee is because, well, number one, let's look at Lee's character. Lee is very serious and a doctor, and but would do anything for her sister, her younger sister. So there's the older sister trying to protect the younger sister. Okay, so that's why I say that. Plus, it's completely unexpected, although for the reason I just said. Everybody else would say there's no way Lee would do that, right? Plus, it would sully her reputation as a doctor. So maybe not. The way I'm leaning the most is Poppy. The reason I say this is because Poppy and Luna actually, which I kind of noticed it when they first came on the scene, but I didn't really think about it too deeply because I just like good storylines and I don't always like to dig. However, um, with the way things are going now, Poppy is acting stranger and stranger by the day. So now, I always say envision the split screen, but imagine yourself having two separate lives. In the daytime, I'm gonna do daytime and nighttime. Okay. In the daytime, you're one person, and all these people know you as whatever you do. Okay. At nighttime, you go home, and all these other people, your family or whoever you live with, or know you as somebody completely different. Okay. So imagine if those two worlds try to collide and all the people had no idea about all the other people. It's kind of like when you put out personality and people think you're one way, and then comes out that you're completely different, and they're shocking to find out that you're not so good or so happy or so whatever you put out into the world. Because Poppy puts out this free spirit, loving, you know, would do anything for her daughter character, right? But we we might not know Poppy for real because she might be just enough to do something to hide her past from Bill. Because if you take away that, okay, Bill signifies security, financial security, emotional security, romance, relationship, and a father for her daughter, right? So why would you want to mess that up? But there's a little piece that, if you tell the truth, then you could sleep at night. So, but I don't know. And I said this last week when Poppy told Luna, because Luna found out, and Luna was like, "Why didn't you tell me, what's going on here?" All the stuff that a normal person would react, right? I said, when she said, "Let's keep it a secret," I said, those are bad words. Because whenever someone wants to keep something a secret, it's usually bad. Now, sometimes it can be good, like a surprise party, a wedding proposal, you know. But usually, and given we're in soap world, okay, usually when they say keep this a secret, no good. No good. So, yeah. So, see, here's the thing though. Okay, if I'm going to go into my possibilities here. If Poppy is the unaliver, then what does that do for the character of Poppy? It totally takes the framework and just crumbles it. So then, okay, so how do you build back up? And how do you justify what we saw in the beginning as to what we're seeing now? There's a lot that's going to happen if it's Poppy. There's a lot that's going to happen if it's Lee, but a lot of people might be more forgiving of Lee than Poppy. Because also, if Poppy is the one, then Katie was right all along. And a lot of people who are questionable of Poppy in the beginning. So, on the good side, we got to see Liam today. Although, kind of a footnote here. I want to see Liam in a relationship, in a happy relationship. That's not Hope or Steffi, okay? I don't want another love triangle. Give him a nice, stable relationship, please. Okay. Also, spoiler alert, slightly. You know that woman that didn't know who it was? Well, got some answers. And I should have known, but it didn't click right away. Okay. The person on the phone was Taylor Hayes. And they recast her again. And the recast is Rebecca Budig. I'm not mad at the recast. I'm really not. I just hope they don't mess up the character and do nothing with her. Because apparently Taylor was a really good character when Hunter Tylo was portraying it. But then they recast it before with Krista Allen, and she did a great job, but the writing was not good. And they painted her in the lovely corner between Breckenridge again. So it was like a love triangle, but like love triangle that you've seen over and over and over again. Yeah, I don't want to see that. I really don't. And like I said, it's not that I don't want anybody to have love. Can you find somebody else to have for Taylor? to get in a relationship with, please. Also, she's supposed to be a doctor, right? I want to see her be a doctor, like actually be a doctor. Those are a few of my notes, writers, producers, whoever. um, okay. Bye, everybody.